Hello everyone and welcome back to our daily vlog series. Today's vlog we are looking at chapter 2 today and the introduction on how we as Christians look at, in particular, Philip Yancey's book and the chapter titled View from Above. So we're continuing to looking at Yancey's book Prayer and in particular how we can keep that company with God. So to start with in this chapter, the introduction is about basically climbing a 14,000 foot mountain, and personally I've really liked from reading this, I really link it to how we as Christians are all on this continuing journey through faith, through our religion, perhaps as individuals but also like within our churches, within our communities and things. So it basically starts off by saying to climb a 14,000 foot mountain you need an early start. For me, this kind of links to the thinking of having determination to continue on a spiritual journey, but also that ultimate freedom of being with God in his heavenly kingdom, and how we will all as Christians go have like ups and downs, but when we have God and we have this faith, and perhaps through our prayer lives or just who we are as individuals, that ultimately we will be free with him in his kingdom. And I think the idea of hiking or climbing up a mountain, it really relates to, again, the journey we all have as Christians. Like, we're all at different points within our faith, or perhaps how we've come to church, or how we've come into believing in Christ. And from reading it, he basically talks about the surroundings, and kind of a lot of imagery is used about how nature and creation and all these things kind of impact on this particular mountain journey, and it really relates to taking in surroundings that we have around us, and again how our surroundings have an impact on that journey for our faith and spiritual journeys. And again, like I said, like we all will have ups and downs within our faith and our lives, but Yancey says we keep our heads down and we describe testing rock, and he also describes testing rocks for stability before shifting all of our weight onto it. So it's almost like finding something to stable ourselves, but we have to put all this trust and faith within something. So it's almost like perhaps that when we're faced with certain situations or difficulties, how we perhaps aren't always sure with commitment or how we're gonna fully immerse ourselves into something. So it's kind of that test, like you said, a test in a rock, but almost test in God and test within our faith, and how we can completely trust the process. And in particular, I picked up on the Bible verse, Jeremiah chapter 29 verses 11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and for the future." And again, this really, I think, links to how we can keep that company with God. And again, it's that encouragement that no matter where we are on the spiritual journey or what's going on for us in our individual lives, that actually that's that encouragement, especially from Jeremiah, how God knows our plans and what is the ultimate, I guess, outcome for all of us.